What's up guys, Sam here from The Timeline, and today we're going to focus on a guy who has to be one of the most underappreciated players on the Phoenix Suns roster. So much so that I was looking through my archives and somehow this channel has never even done a full video analysis on him. Let's talk Cam Johnson and the two-way impact he's been having in these playoffs. Cam is coming off a solid performance in Game 1 of the Finals with 10 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists in 20 minutes. It was his 5th game of double-digit scoring in his last 6 appearances, and yet another demonstration of his shot-making ability being able to impact the momentum of a game. Cam is now up to 46% three-point shooting in the playoffs, not to mention an absolutely devastating 57% from the corners. His 70% true shooting percentage in this year's postseason has been matched by only 2 other non-bigs in the last decade to log at least 300 minutes, Seth Curry this season for the Sixers and Ray Allen in 2011. Still, for as much as Cam's shooting is clicking at the right time, Suns fans will be the first to tell you about how that wasn't always the case. While Cam Johnson was drafted to be a shooter, he only knocked down 35% of his threes in the regular season, about league average. Therefore, Cam isn't beloved by Suns fans because of his shooting, but rather because of all the other things he's learned to bring to the table in the pursuit of developing a complete game. And that's what I'll be focusing on for the rest of this video. On offense, Cam is a smart basketball player. His movement without the ball is impeccable and serves so many functions, including getting off his own shot, but also other goals besides that. He does frequently score as a cutter, thanks to great timing in the absence of deviant explosiveness. The Suns aren't afraid to run horn sets, where a Cam Johnson cut is the intended option, and have him challenge a big at the rim if need be. In other cases, he's freelancing, weaving around the three-point arc only to dive towards the rim once his defender's eyes lose focus. Even in cases where Cam isn't receiving the ball on the cut, at a minimum he's sucking in the defense and opening up someone else, like you can see here on this beautiful 3 by Mikal Bridges. Another element that Cam has down is the flash cut, that is, making a quick cut to the middle of the floor to help alleviate the burden on the ball handlers and initiate some offense himself. This is a terrific way for wing players to make themselves useful in serving up easier entry passes, and it's been a point of emphasis from Monty that we've seen from Mikal Bridges and Jay Crowder as well. But the most vindicating thing to talk about with regard to Cam Johnson has to be his defense. Pre-draft scouting reports often speculated that Cam's combination of age, unspectacular measurables, and limited hip mobility would make him a defensive liability at the NBA level. 2 years later, not only can we say that he is not a liability, we can go even further. In my mind, his defense is actually quite good, and you don't just have to take my word for it.
His ability to space the floor and shoot the ball is what you tend to think about with Cam, but I thought his defense was really good tonight. You know, he's a big, strong defender, and he has the ability to move his feet and keep guys in front. At 6'9", to move his feet like that, you know, there's times when Giannis is coming at you full speed, there's really no answer for that except to, you know, take the hit and try to keep him from getting to the basket. I thought he had some really good possessions tonight on that side of the ball.
Watch him take on Giannis late last night in this clip, not surrendering any ground in the post and then poking the ball away to secure an extra possession for the Suns. A minute later, he successfully stops Giannis in transition, ending the possession with a foul that, of course, generates 1 point instead of 2. That's what Monty was referencing when he said that sometimes there's no perfect answer and you just have to take the hit. Cam's 6'10" wingspan means he won't be the primary defender on elite scorers, but he's more than capable of switching on to those guys effectively in spurts. Both in the playoffs and the regular season, we've seen him shuffle his feet with the best this league has to offer, always getting a hand up to contest. Just as DeAndre Ayton is able to play effective rim defense without wowing you with his block numbers, Cam is serving us a reminder that perimeter defense is about more than steals. Cam's rate of 0.9 steals per 36 minutes hardly pops off the page, but nonetheless, he's establishing a reputation as a low-key wing stopper. In the regular season, the Suns were actually 4.3 points per 100 possessions better on defense with Johnson in the game, which surprised even me given how solid Bridges and Crowder already are on the wing. The Suns' wing rotation is so stacked that Cam will only get limited chances to shine for the rest of this final series. Barring injuries, roughly 20 to 25 minutes per game is all you can expect. But watch him closely when he's on the court and you'll see why his minutes are so consistent. He's a refined, coachable, and hungry competitor with a bright future, and just one more reason to buy into the young core that James Jones has assembled in Phoenix. That's all for me today, guys. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing and checking out all the other Suns content that we have to offer. We're also doing post-game podcasts after every game in the playoffs, and the reaction to Game 1 with plenty of other in-depth analysis just went up last night. So check out the description for that link, or find us on Apple, Google, or Spotify. Peace out, and go Suns.